I just compared the performance of Peerless tweeter, Peerless by Tiffany, with Zipp tweeter, and the result was mind-blowing. So join me, I will show you. How good is the Peerless speakers? How many of you have experienced the performance of Peerless speaker? So here I have a 6-inch mid-bass from Peerless by Tiffany, and you can see here it is designed in Denmark. It is an 8-ohm speaker, and the main thing that we are going to check here is how good the Peerless speakers can perform. So here I have 2 tweeters also, and I'll be unboxing it right now. I bought these tweeters online from their own Peerless website via Electrocart. You can also check Electrocart website for their products, and it's also available in another website like I think it's digikey.com. This is the way the tweeters come from Peerless. Here is the thermocol. It's a thermocol box. Here there is 2 tweeters, and you can see it, how beautiful it is. And this is the way the tweeter looks like. Okay, here are the 2 terminals, and all these are some kind of dust. You can see we have to clean it before using it with a speaker box. And here is another one also. That's it. So let me keep this aside. You can just clean it by brushing or some kind of using some kind of air blower or something like that. Here it is almost clean, right? So I'll be just checking how good they can perform with an ordinary audio system, and I'll be using a default audio crossover capacitor with the speaker. Here we'll be checking one of the tweeter with this speaker, and let's see how much details they can deliver. So before doing the test, let me share some of the parameters with you. Parameter of this tweeter. Here you can see it's a 25mm silk dome tweeter. The model number is TL25AN. Low FS Neo system Peerless speaker, Peerless tweeter. The mechanical data here, there is the mechanical data, and the voice coil diameter is 25mm. The air gap is 2.5. All these are not the parameters, they are just the mechanical data, and here is the TS parameters. It's a 4 ohms tweeter. The resonance frequency, that is FS, is 672.32 Hz. The operating range of that tweeter is 1.5 kHz to 20,000 Hz, and the watts is 75 watts. Long term power is 75 watts. Short term power is 125 watts. The short term power means the peak power, that sometimes there may be a spike in the audio level, so that is maximum it can handle up to 125 watts, and the nominal watts means the continuous RMS is 75 watts. The sensitivity is 94 dB, and the price is around 1000, almost 1000, 900 and something. That's the price including the courier charge. Actual price in the website is around 880, I think. So that's a fair price, I think, and this is the lowest model available in the Peerless, available within the Peerless tweeters, and there are best quality products, best quality models available, and their price may go up to around from 2800 on something and above. So the crossover must be in the crossover capacitor. I have selected a default crossover capacitor for this, and it is 2.2 microfarad, around 2.2 to 4.7 microfarad. We usually use those values as a default crossover capacitor values. Actual value that we need is 13.25, that is 13 microfarad capacitor. So we have to match certain capacitor values to get that value, that capacitance, and the inductor needed is 0.8493 microhenry for this woofer. This must be the type of box that we are going to build for this Peerless speaker. In this image you can see this is not the tweeter they have used, it's the tweeter that I mentioned before, that is around 2800 and something for single tweeter. And you need a crossover, a dedicated 4th order crossover, and best box for delivering that low frequency and mid bass. So I'll be connecting this to the drivers and we'll be checking any non-copyright music from YouTube, and let's see. Okay, so you can see the connections. I have connected a capacitor in series with the tweeter. So let me connect the output from this amplifier. Here is a small amplifier. Small means it's a 40 watt amplifier. I'll be connecting a phone with the amplifier. Here we are not checking the speaker, we are testing the treble, we are testing the tweeter. So after playing with the complete network, I will disconnect the woofer and we will play it individually with another ordinary tweeter that have almost the same price. So let's play it. It's an NCS music. Check the tweeter. Hear the bass. Listen to the bass. Let me play another music.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. Only one. I was an
How beautiful.
boy until I broke the rules my life destroyed.
Wow. It's wonderful. You can see how beautifully the treble, that music notes are coming from, and we will now disconnect it from the woofer and play it individually, and we'll do the test comparison. So I have disconnected it from the woofer, and here you can see a Zipp tweeter that's of the same price range, almost the same price. This is around 700 and something, this tweeter, and this is 800 and something, just a difference of around 100 rupees. And we will test it individually, separately, and see which one will be the best performing one. And we are using the same music. Can you hear it? Okay, let me change the tweeter. You can see how harsh it is. It must be because of the mismatch of the crossover, but with that same crossover and at a different value, I told you the crossover nearly is around 13 microfarad, and even though the tweeter is smooth, for the Zipp tweeters we usually use 2.2 microfarad capacitor, but it's too harsh, so we need to adjust the crossover, or performance of this tweeter must be somewhat like that. Let me play it once more and we can confirm it which one is the best. So hard. Hurting. play Peerless once more. Smooth, more detailed. You can listen to more notes. Wow. I will add a comparison clip at the end of the video. Try to watch it. I found this Peerless tweeter is much better than a Zipp tweeter. Peerless performance is far better than a Zipp tweeter. That's the final result of this check. And so for more confirmation, we need to calculate the exact crossover value for each tweeter and connect them separately with those separate network crossover value, and then we will check it with the same amplifier and same output level, and we will see how better both can perform and which one will be the best in another video.